Hello YouTube, welcome back to Chippingford. This is Sandy Lane. Before I get going, I just want to say a big thank you to all of my subscribers. The channel's been going for quite a few years now. I did start off with a project in my basement, had a lot of subscribers then. And thankfully a lot of you are still subscribed. So I just wanted to say a big thanks for sticking with it. And I hope you like the content of the new videos of this latest project. Also, a thank you to any new subscribers that I've had in the last week. I've seen a few pop up, so I'm grateful and I do appreciate it. So I'm bringing you another video to watch. So this latest video is about me having a go at installing a CDU and some point motors. Something I've never done before, and it's turned into quite a long project. So what I'm going to do is split it into two parts. I'm going to upload both at the same time. So currently this is part one and part two will follow shortly. So hope you enjoy. Today I've been looking at trying to fit some point motors to my layout, just to sort of get my eye in and you know, learn how to do it. So when it comes to the rest of the points on the layout, I've got a little bit of experience and I can feel a bit more confident in knowing what I'm doing. And what I thought I'd do with my points was I've been reading a lot about using a CDU, capacitor discharge unit, to power the points. So from what I've seen on other videos on YouTube is that it makes the points more reliable. It's quite common to wire up 2 points together so they both switch at the same time, and for that kind of thing, if you're running off a 12 volt or 15 volt bus, it's better to use a CDU. So I ordered one off eBay. Didn't cost me a lot, £4.99, and I ordered some toggle switches as well to operate them. So the switches arrived, which is great. If I just get one out, 1 second. I believe these are the right ones. Great. So the sort of switch, let me just show you which direction are they going to switch in, like that. Okay, so when they're on toggle switches that spring back to the center. So I've got some of those now. Don't have very many because I only have 2 points. And the CDU arrived like this, which I wasn't expecting, because when I ordered it, it was all, you know, the pictures were all of it fully constructed. And I thought that's what I'd be getting, but then when I look back at the description, it does say kit. So I thought, all right, well, I'll have a go at building that then. I've never done anything like this before. Never used soldered to a PCB, so I'm actually a little bit nervous about doing this because I don't want to get it wrong and mess it up. In the description of the item, there was a link to the company that produces them with some words saying I'll download the instructions from our website, and it's so I did. So I've just been going through the instructions for the CDU, and I noticed that the picture here and the circuit board here didn't look like my circuit board. And I also noticed that the resistors here were different to what's listed on these instructions. So what I did was go onto the website and download the correct instructions, which you'll notice that actually has got the same product code, RKCDU1, but it's the right one, because on the other instructions it doesn't list the bridge rectifier, and on these ones it does. My advice is go onto their own website and download the instructions from there, and don't Google it like I did, and just download them and assume they're the right ones. So this one checks out because you've got the in order bridge rectifier, you've got an LED, you've got a diode, you've got 2 terminal blocks, a DC socket, the 2 capacitors, and the correct resistors, which are 1.5k resistors. On the other one, they were 10k, and you also have one 10k resistor, and I missed off the transistor. There we go. So now I've got the right instructions. They're still not very detailed, and they don't tell you what to do, but there are some good visual pictures of it constructed on their website, which is basically what I'm going to follow. It's probably not the most scientific or correct way to do it, but that's the way I'm going to do it. And I'm aware certain components are not bipolar, they're unipolar, so I'll just have to make sure they go the right way around, but with a bit of luck the visual will tell me that, and it will work. Okay, so I've had a little go at soldering it with varying degrees of success. If you've got any tips on soldering and doing this sort of thing, please, post a comment. Right, so that's what it'll look like when it's finished. The thing is, I've got to work out how to hold these things in without them falling out when I turn it upside down to solder. So if anyone's got any suggestions, please say so in the comments. I'm just going to do it my way this time, and hopefully I'll be better at it next time if someone gives me some advice. A few other bits of the there you go. That's what's going to happen when I turn it upside down, so I've just got to figure this out now. Was an experience. It's all put together and soldered in. The little pads are on now. Next thing to do is to see if it works. So I'm going to wire up the point motors to some switches, plug everything in and give it a test run. Here's one of the points that I've wired up previously, in anticipation of the CDU and the switches arriving. They took quite a while, not too long, it's not like I'm going to complain about it, but yeah, it just took a bit longer, so this got all delayed. Yeah, so I've got 2 motors wired up. These are seep solenoid motors. I got the other one. Everything's been cut to the right length, and yeah, just gonna go and do some switches now. So there we go. There's the switch wired up as I want it, according to my diagram. Colours match, which is good. Green, brown and red. Next thing to do is wire it up and give it a test run. So I've wired up the switches and the points to the points bus, and all that's left to do is wire in the CDU. As far as I know, I've got everything the right way around, followed my little colour coding scheme. Fingers crossed it's okay. So what I'm going to do now is just wire this in. So I'm just going to plonk it on there for now. I will fix it in position once I know everything's working, and then I can route all the wires properly. It's just for testing. So I am going to test the first point motor, and that's going to be this one over here. And just to be sure, I've got the fire extinguisher ready. So you never know what's going to happen. But yeah, every layout, you know, if you've got a layout, you should have a fire extinguisher, at least a CO2 one, possibly a foam one as well, just in case, because fires do happen. And it's a good idea to protect yourself. So now I've unplugged everything, the power is off. For this part, I'm going to invite my nearest and dearest in to watch, because I've been doing this all day, and she wants to see whether it works too. Nothing like pressure, eh? So if you just give me a minute, go and get out. Are you coming in?
I'll go stay here.
Why?
Bella, come here. Come here, come here.
She's worried it's going to blow up.
It's only got a big bang, isn't it?
It could be worse.
Just sit close to it then.
Oh. Right, here goes nothing. Let's just do it. Well, the light came on. Power's on.
You've got to give it 20-30 seconds to charge up. So this bit will kind of fast forward.
Right, so this is the one I'm going to be testing. Right. Ooh, and I've just dragged the switch out now. Right, here we go. Oh, look at that. It works. Oh, there we go. No buzz. You can come closer now. There we go. Would you like to flick a switch? Go on, you can test the other one. Okay, so this is the other one that was wired in. Just move that here. This one don't have much room. But oh God, I don't even know if the wire's long enough. But anyway. So this is the other one we're going to test. So that's the switch on the left. So if you could flip that for me, and we'll see if that works.
Anyway. Can't do it.
Trying to work out the switch. She doesn't normally dress like this.
I'm baking.
Oh, you did it. You did it. I'll do it again. So it's a spring switch, so it always centers. So you've got to flick it one way and it'll spring back. Go on, go. And now the other way. Hey! And again. Hey! And again. And again. It works.
Good.
Hurrah!
Oh, well done. Well done.
Well, it hasn't blown up yet, has it? So that was test 1 and test 2. Thank you to my nearest and dearest for helping. Always appreciative. She's been great. You know, I don't know what I'd do without her. Do you know what? I am so chuffed with that. Because to me, electrics, I only ever did like stuff at GCSE in science where you kind of put together things on a big plastic board. So it's been quite a challenge to learn how to do everything again. I certainly didn't think I'd be building a kit built circuit board. So yeah, fully functioning, awesome. So what I'm going to do now is screw the motors in under the points, and then we'll come back and we'll have a little check. So after a really long day, I've managed to get one of the motors in. It was a little bit fiddly, so I had to butcher the baseboard there a bit, but that was to get the screwdriver in. But managed to get it working. I'm so chuffed with that. So yeah, that one's done. The other one, the other end of the bridge, it's a bit fiddly and it's late. So I'm going to leave that one till tomorrow and have at it in the morning. So there it is. Working nicely. What I've done is I've added a couple of switches to my control panel. So now I have the point switches here. This for the other one, but it's not, the motor's not fixed. And this one's for my programming track. So happy days.